Today I'm out in the desert and I wanted to show you just how beautiful everything is. There's butterflies flying through the air, the mountains are green, there's wildflowers everywhere, there's the prickly pear cactus. Here's a creosote bush with some seeds, and the creosote bush is one of the oldest bushes on the face of the earth, actually, and it has medicinal properties. There's the mountains behind, which are absolutely beautiful and green. We have a staghorn cholla right here. We have all those beautiful wildflowers. Here's a pack rat nest. You can see their entrance and they live in there. Here's a prickly pear with some fruit that a lot of the wildlife eat. And people make syrup, juice, and jam out of it. And we have just beauty everywhere today. It's partly cloudy. No rain today, so everything's kind of drying out. There's been flooding going on. Here's an ocotillo with all the leaves on it. When there's no rain, it'll dry up and all the leaves fall off. In the springtime, they get beautiful blooms. Look at the saguaros growing. All the saguaros are very, very happy, and they're fat right now. So they have survived for hundreds of years. Look at the mountains in the background, so beautiful, so beautiful. Tucson is completely surrounded by mountains, and beyond those mountains are more mountains. Look at all the wild flowers everywhere. On the ground floor of the desert, it's just absolutely beautiful. It's a thriving desert here. Tucson is one of the world's most vegetated deserts. We have a mesquite tree over here with a saguaro hiding in there, growing. A lot of times they grow underneath the bushes and the trees for protection when they're small. This one here is probably 100 years old. Here's a teddy bear cholla, and they really shine. There's a larger one there in the background. They're really quite unique, but they really jump on you. They're called jumping cactus because when you're hiking, if you get too close to them, they can get on your clothes or in your skin. Look at this. The mountains are so green. It's so beautiful. We haven't seen it like this in Tucson for years and years and years. I'm driving very slow because this road is actually closed. I'm not supposed to be on it. But I think it was just closed because of all the rain. But I wanted to show you just how vegetated the desert is, especially after rain like this. Oh, there's a very small saguaro. It's probably around 30 years old, believe it or not. It's just gorgeous. Here's one of the washes, and as you can see, a lot of debris is picked up in those rains and it collects. So that's probably why this road was closed, but they've been cleaning it up. It's just gorgeous. It's exciting because this spring I did a drive through the desert and it was so dry and everything looked like so bleak, And now there's butterflies everywhere. The birds are singing. Everything's green. Everything is thriving. That's the most important part, because Arizona's been in an extreme drought. Look at all these saguaros. They're just magnificent, is the word. There's a butterfly. I'm hoping you're enjoying this as much as I am. So thrilled to be in the desert today. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Here's some desert hackberry with all the berries, and the birds eat them, and they're actually edible for humans. And behind it is some desert sage, and it smells so good after a rain. And here's some little white queen's wreath flowers growing. It's just wonderful. Where I am right now is near where they made a lot of the old Western movies out west of Tucson. And they used to have a place called Old Tucson, but because of COVID-19, they closed it down, unfortunately. And I'm hoping that they reopen it someday, or someone buys it and reopens it and start making Western movies again. You can see why they call it the monument, because there's so many saguaros. It's absolutely phenomenal, really. And just think, a lot of them are 200-300 years old, and they're everywhere out here. It's one of the majestic things about Tucson is all the saguaros and all the other cacti that grows. It's absolutely fabulous. Look at how red that mountain is. It's just fantastic, actually. The colors of the desert, the painted desert, although actually the painted desert is up in the Four Corners area. I'm in the actual Saguaro National Park now, and it's just has thousands of saguaros. Just thousands. I had to lift up my phone because it's traffic out here. I just want to show you all these cactus. Serenity is the word that comes to mind.